This lecture discusses the different cases in red-black tree insertion. So how to perform insertion operation in a red-black tree. So let us consider this particular example. This is a red-black tree. Now the question is, which color do we prefer for the new node? So you have to insert the new node. So which color will we use to color it, whether red or black? So we are having only two options, either color new node with red or color with black. And since arbitrary satisfies binary search tree property, insertion procedure is same as that of binary search tree insertion. And after performing insertion, if any one of the red-black tree properties get violated, you have to perform arbitrary fix-up. So in order to balance or in order to make the tree satisfying arbitrary properties, you have to perform some operation. You can call those sequence of operation or those set of operations as arbitrary insert fix-up procedure. Arbitrary insert fix-up. So let us consider insertion of node, let it be 35. You want to insert 35. So you are having two options. You can color it with red or color it with black. Assume that you are going to color it with black at first. So since insertion is same as that of binary search tree insertion, 35 get inserted at this position and we are going to color 35 with black. So does this insertion violates red-black tree property? Yes, because you are inserting 35 in an already existing binary search tree. Since 35 get inserted as a leaf node, number of black nodes in the path from root to the newly inserted node will get increased by 1. So that actually violates black height property. So coloring new node with black violates black height property in this context. Now what happens if I color it with red? If I color 35 with red, that actually violates coloring property because red parent is having a red child. So this also violates the property. So in this case, when we insert 35 with either red or black, that will violate the property, red-black tree property. Now let us consider insertion of 60. So you are having two options, you can color it with red or black. So assume that you are going to insert 60 whose color is black. So if color is black, what happens is along the path from root to 60, number of black nodes get increased by 1. That actually increases the, or that disturbs the black height property. So what happens if I color it with red? If I color it with red, it will not violate any coloring property or black height property, because in this case parent of new node is actually black in color. So what happened in previous insertion was parent of previous insertion by fixing color of new node as red was parent of new node was actually red in color. So we have actually inserted new node with red in color as a child of parent whose color is red. That violates the coloring property. From this it is pretty clear that if you color new node with red, in some cases it will violate. In some cases it will never disturb the arbitrary property. But if you color a new node with black, always it violates black height property. Now which color do you prefer? We always prefer new node to color with red color. In some cases only it will violate the coloring property. In such cases you have to perform arbitrary insert fix-up. So that's our conclusion. Always we color new node with red. And you have to check whether the insertion violates arbitrary property. If so, you have to perform arbitrary insert fix-up. So we'll be having 4 cases. Case 0. Case 0 is actually trivial. You are inserting new node into an empty tree. So you are having a nil tree. You are going to insert new node. So let the new node be having key value x and let z be the pointer to the new node. We always assume that z is the pointer to the new node. So after insertion, so as we have mentioned earlier, new node is colored red. After insertion of new node into an empty tree, the new node becomes the root node, and as you all know, root must be black in color. So after inserting new node, you have to change its color to black. That is trivial case. You can call that case as case 0. Now you can move to case 1. So let us illustrate case 1. You are having a subtree rooted at G. It's having left child P and right child U, and you are going to insert new node X as either left child of P or right child of P. That's the reason for hanging the new node X like new node pointed by Z like this. It could be either a left child or a right child. The orientation of X with respect to the parent doesn't matter. Now parent is red. This U stands for uncle, P stands for parent. So P is the parent of new node and U is the uncle of new node. So both are red, and G stands for grandparent, that is parent of parent. Parent of Z is grandparent. So this is black. So this is case 1. You can state case 1 as parent and uncle are red in color. Both parent and uncle are red. And as you all know, new node is colored red. So if parent of new node is red, then that will violate coloring property and you have to perform some fix-up procedure. So in order to resolve this case, what you have to do is you have to change color of parent to black, color of uncle to black, and color of grandparent to red. That is, you have to change color of parent and uncle to black and grandparent to red, followed by shifting the pointer Z to the grandparent. So after the transformation, your subtree rooted at G will look like this. So after color change, it will be like parent will be having black, uncle will be having black, and grandparent will be having color red. And after this operation, you have to take the pointer Z, make it point to grandparent. And again you have to check whether it falls in case 1 or the subsequent cases. Because this node G was black before insertion or before this fix-up procedure. After this procedure, G turns to red, and G might be a child. It could be a left child or right child of some other parent. If that parent was red, then again this transformation will violate coloring property. So again you have to fix up. That's the reason for shifting the pointer Z to this node. And again you will be checking whether it falls in case 1 or the subsequent cases. Now in this case, orientation of new node doesn't matter, and again remember that the orientation of parent with respect to grandparent also doesn't matter, in the sense parent could be left child of its grandparent or it could be right child of its grandparent. That doesn't matter. Now we can move on to case 2. So case 2 is like this. You are having grandparent G, you are having parent P, uncle U, and new node X pointed by Z, referred by Z. As you all know, new node is red. In this case, parent is red, uncle is black, and new node Z is the right child of its parent. So here orientation of the new node matters. Then if parent is red, then obviously grandparent will be black in color. So this is case 2. So you can state case 2 as parent is red, uncle is black and Z is the new node. Z is right child of its parent. Right child of its parent. Parent is red, uncle is black, and Z is the right child of its parent. So in order to resolve this case, what you have to do is, first you have to perform some color change operation. You have to change color of new node and color of grandparent. So you can memorize it like this. You have to change color of nodes that lies diagonally. So you have to change color of new node and color of grandparent. So color of new node is Z, referred by Z, that will be changed to black, and color of grandparent is changed to red. So you will be getting this structure: grandparent whose color is red, you will be having parent and uncle, you will be having the new node X referred by Z. So you have changed color of the new node to black, grandparent to red, parent color and uncle color will remain same. So after this operation, you are expected to perform left rotation with respect to parent. So left rotate with respect to parent, left rotate with respect to parent. So when you perform left rotation with respect to parent, grandparent and the uncle position will remain unchanged, and X will take the position of parent. So X will be shifted to this point and P will be pushed down to the left child position. And after this operation, Z will still point to X. And if you mark the colors, parent is red, X is black, grandparent is red, and uncle is black. So this is the first rotation, and this must be followed by a right rotation. Right rotation with respect to grandparent. You have to perform right rotation with respect to grandparent. When you perform right rotation with respect to grandparent, the grandparent position will be taken by X. Will be taken by X, and grandparent will be pushed down to the right child position of X. You will remain as the right child of G, and P will remain the left child, as the left child of X. P will remain as the left child of X. Now if you mark the colors, color of P is red, X is B, G is R, and U is B. So these are the sequence of operations required to resolve case 2. And remember that in this case, position of new node is important. Position of new node is the right child of its parent, and again position or orientation of parent with respect to grandparent is also important. Parent is actually the left child of its grandparent. So what happens if parent is the right child of its grandparent? If parent is the right child of its grandparent, then that you can view that case as the symmetric case. In symmetric case, interchange the role of left and right. So I will just illustrate it. You can call that case as case 2 dash, symmetric case. So it look like this. You are having grandparent. As I said, parent is the right child of its grandparent, and new node pointed by Z will be the left child of its parent. So this will be the mirror image of this one, or the symmetric case of this one. So parent is red, uncle is black, and Z is the left child of its parent. In symmetric case, parent is right child of grandparent. Parent is right child of grandparent, and this must be followed by parent is red, uncle is black, and Z is left child of its parent. Z is left child of its parent. So in this case, color change operation is same as that of this one. That is, you have to, so here this one is red. You have to change color of new node to black, grandparent to red. So color of new node is changed to black and grandparent is changed to red. This must be followed by, so as I said earlier, you have to interchange the role of left and right. Here new node is actually right child. Here new node is actually left child. After this color change operation, here you are performing left rotation, but here you have to perform right rotation. Right rotation with respect to parent. So what happens if I perform right rotation with respect to parent? I will be getting this structure. So when you perform right rotation with respect to parent, X will take the position of parent. Now if I mark the colors, U is B, this is red, X is black, and this one is red. Now this must be followed by a rotation. So in this case you have performed right rotation. So here you have to perform left rotation with respect to grandparent. So you have to perform left rotation with respect to grandparent. So X will take the position of grandparent. Then G will be pushed to the left subtree, U will remain as such, and P will remain as the right child of X. So here color of P is red, X is black, grandparent is red, and uncle is U is black. So if we compare these two subtrees, both are actually symmetric to each other. So this is actually the mirror image of this one. So this is case 2 dash, which is the symmetric case of case 2, and you can differentiate these two based on the orientation of parent with respect to grandparent. In this case, parent is the left child of grandparent. In this case, parent is the right child of grandparent. Okay. Now you can move on to case 3. Case 3. So in case 3 you are having the grandparent, parent, uncle, and new node referred by the pointer Z. So new node is red in color, parent is red, uncle is black, and new node is the left child of its parent. That is case 3. Parent is red, uncle is black, and Z, new node Z is the left child of its parent. New node Z is the left child of its parent. So in order to resolve this case, what you have to do is you have to change color of parent and grandparent. So change color of parent to black. Parent color is changed to black, and color of grandparent is changed to red. Grandparent color will be changed to red. So you will be getting this structure. You will be having grandparent, parent, uncle, and new node. So new node color will remain unchanged. Change color of parent to black. So this will become black. Grandparent to red. This will become red. Followed by, this must be followed by a right rotation with respect to grandparent. You have to perform right rotation with respect to grandparent. When you perform right rotation with respect to grandparent, P will take the position of grandparent. Grandparent will be pushed to the right subtree position of P. Uncle will remain as such. Then X will remain as the left child of parent. Okay. Now if you mark the colors, X will be red, P is black, G is red, U is black. So in this way you can resolve case 3. Now you can have its symmetric case. Symmetric case in the sense, this case is defined based on the orientation of parent and the new node. So parent is actually left child of its grandparent and new node is actually left child of its parent. So what about its symmetric case? You can call that case as case 3 dash. So you are having grandparent. Parent is the right child of its grandparent and new node is the right child of its parent. So this is the symmetric case. So here parent is red, uncle is black and new node is the right child of its parent. So case 3 dash, symmetric case can be stated like this. It happens if parent is right child of grandparent. If parent is right child of grandparent, then you have to check parent is red, uncle is black, parent is red, uncle is black and new node Z is right child of its parent. So in this case, in order to resolve it, you have to, the color change operations will be same as that of the symmetric case 3. So you have to change color of parent to black and grandparent to red. This must be followed by rotation. Here you have performed right rotation, but in the symmetric case you have to perform left rotation. So left rotate with respect to grandparent. If you perform left rotation with respect to grandparent, parent will take the position of grandparent and grandparent will be pushed to the left subtree of parent. You will remain as the left subtree of left child of grandparent G and X will remain as the right child of P. Now if you mark the colors, U is black, then G is red, P is black and X is red. Now if we compare the end results of these two are actually symmetric with respect to each other. So if you consider this one, its mirror image is this one. Now you can differentiate case 3 and case 3 dash based on the orientation of parent with respect to grandparent and new node with respect to the parent. So these are the main four cases to be addressed. Case 0 is trivial, then case 1 happens if parent and uncle are red in color. You have to perform some sequence of transformations. And if you consider case 2 and case 3 are defined based on the orientation of parent with respect to grandparent and new node with respect to parent. So based on that you can have its symmetric cases. So using these cases we can resolve the issues raised when you perform insertion into a red black tree. That's it.